are Canadian citizens, and all too frequently they are targets. In the past few years, more than 30 men of Somali descent have been murdered in our province. For most, their murders remain unsolved. Tonight, Joe Proteau launches an investigation into the forgotten ones, murder victims caught up in a conspiracy of silence.
Bordered by highway and prairie pastures hidden from public view, there's an obvious absence of everything you'd expect from a final resting place. It's barely maintained, rarely visited, completely buried from the conscience of mainstream society.
Who speaks for the dead? They're somebody's son, somebody's father. Who speaks for them?
The symbolism of this cemetery can't be ignored. This graveyard is covered with neglect. The young men who lie here have been rejected in life and death.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
Over 30 men of Somali descent never survived beyond their 20s. They were murdered, their lives ending violently in our province. It's the price they paid in their quest for the Alberta dream.
I want to know who did this to him, because he did not deserve that.
Just in the last 5 years, over 24 young Somali men were killed. Nearly all of the homicides were still unsolved.
For me, this has been the hardest thing I've ever gone through.
Most of these boys were born and raised Canadians who moved to Alberta for better opportunity. An ambitious path hit an abrupt dead end.
See, we ran away from a war-torn country and we came here to be safe. Still, the bullets keep following us till we came here and our son has been killed. It's hard to swallow what happened to our son. Nobody deserves to die that way.
Mohammed Jama had a good job in construction. He was about to be a father for the first time, but his promising life interrupted by a single bullet New Year's Eve at an Edmonton restaurant. His family is convinced he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Why the people didn't come forward and tell the person who killed our son? That way, don't you have brothers and sisters? Don't you have heart? Tell the truth.
And with witnesses and a community practically paralyzed in silence,
Oh, we're beyond desperate. It's beyond desperate.
they worry about more turning up dead.
I can't explain it because it has been 3 years since my partner was murdered. It's basically a cold case, and those people are not being brought to justice. Those thugs now have a confidence to feel they can kill again.
While a handful of the victims are mistaken identity cases, there's a dark undercurrent of crime directing all this violence. The majority of these murdered men got caught up in the drug trade. The ones who were right in the middle of it all say it was easy to give in to the temptation.
It pulls you into it. There's a lot of money to be made.
For 24-year-old Mohammed Anwar, the only place he felt like he fit in was the unfortunate trappings of a gang. That made him a target.
It's one of the hazards that come with occupation. So if you do get shot at, you got shot at. If you get stabbed, you get stabbed.
He felt lost, navigating through intolerance, wanting the Canada he was born into to accept him. But he and so many others still felt like outsiders. They made a choice.
Like if you choose this path, that's the reality that's going to happen. You either get killed in this game, or go to jail.
He lost a lot of friends. For him, time behind bars influenced his decision to escape.
I was a lucky one. I have a lot of friends that died. You know, you just think, what could have I done at that time? Could I have saved somebody by saying something?
Those who've been there have regrets, but what got them in this situation may not be their own burden to bear.
They blame us. It's our fault that they're marginalized. And to a certain degree, we have failed. We have failed.
This former police officer turned criminologist doubts the community can do it alone, but it needs to start.
I think it's time. And there's always a tipping point. There's always a crucial time for any of us to say, enough.
Threat to all Albertans is going away.
Bullets, once they leave the chamber, have a tendency to have a mind of their own. You can't hold them back. So somebody, sometime, is going to be killed that's innocent of any guilt.
Joe Proteau.
Now, tomorrow we're going to take a closer look at the devastating impact of these murders on the Somalis.